Welcome, dear listeners, to another enchanting chapter of Midnight in Paris, a New Year's romance. Tonight, as you drift into a peaceful slumber, allow the city of lights to embrace you once more in its tender embrace. Join us on a journey where chance and destiny entwine, where dreams take flight amidst the softly falling snowflakes. In this tranquil tale, our characters continue to find themselves amidst the artistry of life and the allure of Paris. As they navigate the delicate dance of fate, their stories weave together in a symphony of serendipity. So, my dear friends, as you close your eyes amid the gentle whispers of our narrative lull you into sweet dreams, imagine the snow-kissed streets of Paris, the cozy glow of a quaint cafe, and the calendar feature filled with further discoveries. This tale guides you into a peaceful slumber where dreams and possibilities await. Join us now in the world of Midnight in Paris as we begin another chapter of this heartwarming romance. Bonne nuit, dear listeners, and sleep well. Chapter 2. Crossroads and Cupids. The first days of January in Paris were chilly but invigorating. Elise spent her mornings in her studio, her New Year's encounter with Emily and Antoine fueling her artistic fervor. The cheat she had begun on New Year's Eve took on new life, infused with the vibrant energy of that night. Emily, staying enchanted, she enrolled in a short-term French language course, hoping to immerse herself deeper into the culture she had come to love. The city, with its rich history and endless charm, continued to captivate her, each day bringing a new adventure. Mahan, inspired by the night's events, began a new series of paintings, focusing in the theme of chance encounters and the intertwining of lives. He found himself frequently thinking of Elise and Emily, wondering how their stories would unfold in the tapestry of the city. Julia, with a newfound clarity, dove into his writing with a passion he hadn't felt in years. His latest project, a novel set in Paris, was coming together, each word a tribute to his journey of healing and self-discovery. Mark, back at his cafe, noticed an increase in customers, many drawn by the stories of the heartwarming encounter that had taken place on New Year's Eve. He smiled to himself, knowing his cafe had become more than just a place for coffee. It was a place where lives intersected and stories unfolded. As the days passed, the memories of that night remained vivid in their minds, a reminder of the unexpected turns life could take. Each of them, in their own way, began to embrace the possibilities that lay ahead. A week into the new year, the streets of Paris still echoed with a festive spirit. Elise, while working in her studio, received an unexpected visit from Antoine. He had come to invite her to his upcoming art exhibition. Elise was thrilled and agreed to attend, curious to see the world through Antoine's eyes. Emily, meanwhile, found herself increasingly drawn to the French language and culture. Her classes were an exhilarating challenge, and she often spent her afternoons practicing her new skills in cafe. The cafe had become a familiar haven, a place where she could observe the ebb and flow of Parisian life. One such afternoon, as fate would have it, she ran into Julien. He was there working on his novel, the cafe providing the perfect backdrop for his creative process. They struck up a conversation, sharing stories of their experiences in Paris. Julien found Emily's perspective fresh and inspiring, while Emily was fascinated by Julien's artistic journey. The line between chance and destiny began to blur as their paths crossed more frequently. Julien's novel was taking shape, influenced in part by his conversations with Emily, and Emily, in her quest to discover herself, found an unexpected guide in Julien. Back at Still, the invitation from Antoine had sparked a new wave of creativity. She found herself experimenting with new techniques and styles, breaking out of her comfort zone. The upcoming exhibition wasn't just an opportunity to support a friend, and it was a chance to be part of the vibrant art community she had always admired. As the days progressed, each of them began to wonder about the role of fate in their lives. Were these encounters mere coincidences? Or was there a larger tapestry at play, weaving their stories together in the city of love? As the days turned into weeks, the quaint cafe owned by Mert became a crucible for the unfolding narratives of our characters. One brisk morning, Emily and Julian found themselves sharing a table, surrounded by the familiar aroma of coffee and freshly baked pastries. Their conversations, once casual, began to delve deeper into personal aspirations and hidden fears. Julian confided in Emily about the novel he was writing, revealing that it was a semi-autobiographical work, a tale of love and loss in Paris. Emily listened intently, touched by the raw honesty in his words. She, in turn, shared her own confessions, her desire to break free from its expectations, set by her family back in the States, and her quest to find her own path. Meanwhile, Elise, fueled by the encouragement from Antoine and her new friends, was making bold strides in her art. She had started a series of Getty's keys, capturing the essence of Paris as she saw it vibrant, ever alive with possibilities. Antoine, busy with preparations for his exhibition, often found himself thinking about Elise and her artistic journey. He saw in her a kindred spirit, someone who understood the highs and lows of the creative process. As Emily and Julian continued their conversation, they realized that they had much in common: a deep-rooted love for art and a yearning for self-discovery. Julian found Emily's perspective refreshing and her enthusiasm for life contagious. Emily, in turn, was inspired by Julian's resilience and his passion for his craft. Their meeting in Montbart's cafe, initially a chance encounter, had blossomed into something more meaningful. It was a connection that neither of them had anticipated, but one that they both secretly cherished. As they parted ways that day, there was an unspoken agreement that they would meet again. The cafe had become their sanctuary, a place where they could share their dreams and doubts without fear of judgment. The streets of Paris, with our timeless charm, seemed to encourage these burgeoning connections. In this city of love and light, the boundaries between chance and destiny were continually blurred, creating a tapestry of intertwined lives. As January unfolded, the heart of Paris continued to beat with the rhythm of new beginnings. Elise, finding inspiration in the city's dynamic energy, was making significant progress with her D'Escapes series. Each canvas was a love letter to Paris, reflecting the city's multifaceted charm. In the midst of her creative surge, Elise received a call from Antoine. He invited her to a private viewing of his exhibition before the official opening. Elise, thrilled by the invitation, saw it as an opportunity to delve deeper into the world of contemporary art. The private viewing was an eye-opening experience for Elise. Antoine's work, a blend of abstract and realism, spoke of human connections in an urban landscape. His use of colors and textures was both bold and emotive. Elise felt a deep connection to his work, seeing parallels with her own artistic journey. Meanwhile, Emily and Julian's relationship continued to evolve. Their meetings at Montbart's cafe had become a regular part of their routine. One evening, as they shared a quiet corner of the cafe, Julian opened up about a chapter in his life. Alice spoke of the loss that had inspired his novel. Emily listened with empathy, her heart echoing with the pain and vulnerability in Julian's words. It was a moment of profound connection, a sharing of souls that transcended the usual boundaries of acquaintance. For Emily, it was a glimpse into the depth of Julian's character, revealing a strength and sensitivity that drew her even closer to him. Julian, in turn, found comfort in Emily's presence. Her understanding and gentle nature provided a safe space for him to express his deepest emotions. It was a cathartic experience, one that brought a sense of peace to his troubled heart. As they left the cafe that evening, walking together under the Parisian sky, They both felt a change in their relationship. What had started as a chance encounter was slowly blossoming into something deeper, a bond forged by shared experiences and mutual understanding. The harsh whisper, often drowned out by the noise of everyday life, was finding expression in the most romantic city in the world. Paris, with its timeless allure, was nurturing a love story, one that was unfolding in the quiet corners of a quaint cafe and under the watchful gaze of the Eiffel Tower. The latter part of January was marked by a gentle snowfall that blanketed Paris in a serene white. The city, under this pristine cover, seemed even more magical, its landmarks standing out starkly against the soft white backdrop. For Elise, the snow brought a new perspective to her energies not be serious. The contrast of the vibrant city against the tranquility of the snow inspired her to explore new themes in her art. Her studio became her sanctuary, a place where she could translate the city's winter beauty onto canvas. Emily, enchanted by the snow-covered city, spent her days exploring. Her walks took her through historic streets and along the banks of the Seine, the city's beauty amplified by the snow. One such day, she found herself at Montmartre, the artist's quarter where she impulsively decided to have her portrait painted by a street artist. The experience, though simple, felt like a promise to herself to embrace new experiences. Meanwhile, Jolie's novel was nearing completion. The narrative had taken on a life of its own, weaving together themes of love, loss, and the transformative power of the city. He found himself often thinking of Emily, her presence in his life becoming a source of inspiration and comfort. One evening, as Julian and Emily met at Mart's, his cafe, they spoke of their future aspirations. Julian expressed his desire to travel after completing his novel, to explore new cultures and gain fresh perspectives. Emily, caught up in the excitement of the idea, half-jokingly suggested they could travel together. The idea, though spoken in jest, lingered in the air between them, a tantalizing possibility. In a quiet moment of reflection, they both acknowledged the special bond they had formed. Paris had brought them together, and now the city seemed to be promising them a future filled with adventures and discoveries. For Elise, the promise of Paris was in the recognition of her art, and in his encouragement and her own hard work were paying off. She received an invitation to showcase her work at a local gallery, a dream she had harbored for years. As the snow continued to fall softly over the city, each of our characters found themselves at a crossroads. The promises they made to themselves and to each other were shaped by the city that had brought them together. Paris, with its timeless charm, was not just a backdrop to their stories, but a catalyst for their dreams. As January neared its end, the intertwining stories of our characters continued to unfold in the heart of Paris. The city, ever a stage for romance and serendipity, played host to the dance of chance that swirled around them. Eliza's excitement was palpable as she prepared for her first gallery showcase. The support from Antoine and her new friends gave her the confidence to put her heart and soul into her paintings. Her artwork, a vivid portrayal of Paris's winter charm, was met with admiration and intrigue, marking the beginning of her promising career. Emily, meanwhile, found herself increasingly involved in Julian's world. Their conversations, filled with dreams and laughter, had become the highlight of her days. The idea of traveling together, once a playful thought, was now a topic of serious consideration. They began to plan, tentatively at first, discussing destinations and adventures. Julian, inspired by Emily's enthusiasm, saw their potential journey as a new chapter, both in his life and in his writing. His novel, now complete, was a testament to his growth and healing. Emily, in many ways, had been a muse, her zest for life infusing his writing with a newfound vibrancy. Antoine, busy with his own exhibition, watched Eliza's success with pride. He saw a reflection of his own journey, a reminder of the relentless pursuit of artistic expression. Their friendship, rooted in mutual respect and understanding, continued to grow. As the month drew to a close, a small celebration was organized at Marna's Cafe. It was a gathering of friends old and new, coming together to celebrate the successes and dreams that had blossomed in the heart of Paris. The cafe, with its warm lights and cozy ambience, was filled with laughter and music. Elise shared her excitement about the gallery showcase, while Julian spoke of his completed novel. Emily, brimming with anticipation, talked about the travel plans that were slowly taking shape. Mark, the gracious host, observed the connections that had formed under his roof. He had always believed in the magic of Paris, its ability to bring people together, to spark love and friendship. Yet night, as he looked around at the faces filled with joy and hope, he knew that his cafe had played a small, but significant part in their stories. As the evening came to a close, they all stepped out into the Parisian night, the city lights reflecting in their eyes. The dance of chance that had brought them together continued, each step leading them to new paths and possibilities. Paris, ever the stage for life's unexpected turns, had woven their stories into its tapestry. The journey ahead was uncertain, but one thing was clear: the city of lights had changed their lives forever.